Good morning, everybody. It's Jackie. Welcome to Stretch. I'm going to lead you through a nice stretch today. One of our focuses for today is being able to use a chair. So I know a lot of us are working from home, and this is a stretch that you can do throughout the day while you're working, just to kind of relieve some stress, relieve some tension, move the body, and feel good afterwards. So anyway, if you can, grab a chair, and I know a lot of people watch this on the feed at different times. This is also a really good addition to one of your other workouts. If you joined me yesterday for MetCon, I'm a little sore. I don't know about you guys, so I'm gonna enjoy this probably as much as hopefully you will. So grab a chair. We're gonna focus on a whole body. A couple weeks ago I did hips. The last time I broadcasted I did hamstrings. Today we're gonna do the chair, and next week I'll probably do some foam rolling and some SMR. So keep that in mind for next week. All right, so on your chair, you can do this on a couch or on a just regular kitchen chair. So I want you to just sit forward with your tailbone close to the edge of your seat and place your feet firmly on the floor. And what I want you to do is just allow your hands to rest softly at your side. And I want you to just roll your shoulders up, back, and down, relieving the tension in the upper body. A big active shrug. So I want you to actually push your shoulders down your back. So then take an inhale for me. We're gonna work on the torso. And I want you to interlock your fingers and lift up. So try to create some space between your ribs and your hips, flexing through the hands to kind of release the forearms. And take a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, see if you can lift the ribs. And exhale, let it go. And allow your hands to release down slowly and softly. Good, so I want you to take a nice deep breath in, bring your one arm up, reach towards the ceiling, create a little bit of height, and as you exhale, twist to the side, placing your hand on the outside of your knee. So you can hold on to the back of your chair. If you want to go a little deeper and use the chair for a little leverage, you can hold on to the chair. Just make sure your shoulders are down your back and look back over your shoulder. As with any exercise, you want to make sure, or stretch, you want to make sure you listen to your body and you don't overstretch. Just kind of go to the edge of your pain-free range and then let it go. Come back to neutral spine. Take an inhale, other arm comes up, and then as you exhale, rotate to the opposite side. Let your shoulders release down your back. Rotate just a little further as you exhale and look back towards the back of the room. So we're kind of ringing out our workout, ringing out our day, and then let go as you exhale. Good, so I want you to take your breath in one more time, and then drop one hand to the chair and side fold. So the nice thing about using a chair is we do a lot of these stretches and poses in yoga, but you're standing, which is good for your core, but sometimes you want to focus on the stretch and not the stability. So being seated allows you to go a little further in your stretch, a little deeper in your range of motion, and then exhale, come on up. Breathe in, arm comes up, exhale, side fold. So soften your elbow, relax your shoulders, lifting your low ribs away from your hips. And then exhale. All right, one more time. Opposite arm comes up. And then I want you to just reach towards the back, towards your chair, like you just did that twist, but hold on to the chair with your hand and use that to stretch through your pectorals, so your chest. You can place your hand on the outside of your knee. This is good spinal rotation, but it's also a good stretch through your chest. Breathing in and breathing out. If it doesn't feel good for your shoulder to hold on to the back of the chair, the option is just to extend the arm towards the back of the room, focusing on the chest stretch. Breath in, and then exhale, release. Other side, take your arm up. So I like to lengthen the spine first and then rotate. Holding onto the chair, reaching towards the back of the room, hand goes to the outer edge of your knee. So you guys have probably heard me say this in class. We tend to become a little round shouldered. So one of the really good things to do is to stretch your chest and to strengthen your back. And this is a really good stretch for your chest. You can also use a door, holding onto the door frame and opening up through the chest. And let it go. Good. So give me a couple shoulder shrugs. That's hard to say fast. Shoulder shrugs. Again, back and down in one more. Good, so let's try that torso stretch again. Inhale, arms come up, interlock your fingers, press the palms of the hand towards the ceiling. Lift up out of your rib cage, creating length through the side body, flexing the hands. Breathe in and down, exhale fully. In and down. And exhale fully. One more cycle of breath. Breathe in. And exhale, release your hands. So with your feet still grounded, I want you to take an inhale, and I want you to come forward and just fold. Sweep your arms forward, lift up towards the ceiling, and release your arms down towards the side of your chair. Again, breath in, exhale, forward fold. So we're just getting some mobility through the spine. Lift up, and let it go. One more deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, draw your navel in. And arms come up. And let the arms release. All right, extending one leg forward. Make sure you're towards the edge of your seat so your back isn't resting on the back of your chair. Flex your foot, straighten up your spine. And then inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward. Flexing your foot. So we're focusing on the hamstring. Once you kind of get to your position, just look down towards the floor. We don't want to hyperextend our neck. So I want you to look towards your toe, flexing the foot. Feel the back of the leg lengthen. And if you can, just release your shoulders. Let go of any tension in the upper body. Draw your navel towards your spine. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, go a little deeper. Hamstrings tend to get super, super tight. So it's a really good way to be seated so you don't have to hold your body up, but you can really use gravity and the chair to deepen this hamstring stretch. Take a breath in and then exhale out. Good, straightening up the spine. This time bring your arms up. We're going back into that same forward fold with the hamstring stretch. This time just reach for your toe. Not a lot of tension through the grip, but just deepening the stretch. And bring your awareness to your lower back. See if you can bring your head and shoulders forward just a little bit, creating a little more length in the spine so the back is long, hamstring is long, so it's a nice posterior stretch. Release your arms, pull your navel in, exhale as you come up, and let the arms float. So just like that forward fold with both feet on the floor, we're gonna make this a little more dynamic. So take a breath in, exhale, fold, inhale, lift, exhale, swan dive your arms back. Inhale, lift, draw your navel in, exhale, fold. Breath in, and let your arms go. Let's try that 2 more times. Inhale, navel to spine, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms. And exhale, let them come back. And one more breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Good job. Bend that foot, bring it back into, or bend your knee, bring it back in towards your normal position. So before we do the other side, I want you to take both arms back, reach for your chair, and see if you can roll the tops of your shoulders towards the ceiling. So you're not emphasizing this round-shouldered posture. You want to roll the shoulders back and down, kind of sliding your shoulder blades towards your hip pockets. And hold on. If this is too much, you can just open the arms in kind of a cactus position. Take 2 more deep breaths for me here. And then release. Nice job. Just kind of shake it out. Same leg that was just extended for your hamstring. I want you to cross that over. You might be a little tight. Your knee might be up towards your chest. Just work on that. Just kind of add a little gentle pressure. And if this is all you can do today, that's great. Just gently pressing the knee down, trying to get the ankle and the knee parallel. Again, check in with your spine. It's almost like you have your back up against a wall, but you're not leaning back in the chair. So spine is straight, crown of your head is lifting towards the ceiling. So you're gonna feel a stretch through your hip. Stay here if this is what works for you today. I'm gonna ask you to bring your arms up, reach for the ceiling, ribs away from hips, and then exhale, fold. You can wrap your hands around the shin and just come forward. Again, neck is neutral. Look down at the ground once you get there. It's a really good glute piriformis stretch. This is almost like pigeon, but just in a seated position. And like I said with the chair, this support from the chair allows us to go a little bit deeper into our forward fold. This is one of my favorites. And just stay here for a few seconds, letting the body relax into the stretch. Breathing deeply. And then with an inhale and an exhale, lift up. Good, take that same leg, cross it over. And we're gonna do one of those twists one more time, holding onto the chair, taking the hand to the outer edge of the knee, rotate. So a little bit different, the knee is crossed over the supporting leg, shoulders are down again, and bring it out. I always really enjoy a good spinal twist. It just feels good, and kind of throughout life, our body just tends to go in this direction. So rotation is great, kind of looking back to pull out of a parking lot, or rotation through the torso is really important. And come back to center, uncross your legs. So just kind of give it a little bit of a shake. Let's try the other side. So your other foot comes forward, flex the feet or the foot, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, come on up, and exhale, forward fold. Holding onto the chair, relax your shoulders down your back, and just soften into the stretch. Belly button in. Exhale, go a little deeper. You can feel the stretch in my lower back. Feels good. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, come on up, straightening up your spine. Take a breath in, come on up, and exhale, reach for the toe. Stretching is one of the things that we tend to neglect in our workout routines or our regimen. It's one of the most important things. We want to try and get in our cardio and get in our strength, but we forget about our flexibility. And as I tried to get out of bed today from yesterday's Metcon workout, I was like, woo. So this is perfect timing to do a nice extended stretch. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, come on up and let the arms release. Let's make a dynamic breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. And swan dive the arms back. Again, breath in. Exhale, sweep. Pull the navel in, see if you can go a little bit deeper. Sweep the arms along the floor or as far down as you can get them. Big open swan dive backwards with the arms. Exhale. Inhale. Check in with your foot. Make sure it's still flexed. One more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale, release. Nice job. So bring that foot back in. We're going to cross it over, doing the Piriformis Stretch. So you can tell I'm a little tighter on this side. So I'm gonna stack my spine. I'm gonna press down just gently and soften into my hips. Collarbones are nice and long. You're sitting nice and tall. Check in with your chin too. Make sure it's not coming forward. It's back. It should be kind of right in line with your sternum if you put your middle finger on your chin and the heel of your hand on your heart. Hips a little tight. ahead and release your arms at your side. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, forward fold, hug the shin. Pressing your knee towards the floor. And just stay here for 2 more cycles of breath, because it feels so good. And release your arms and come on up. And float the arms down, uncross the leg. Cross it back over your supporting leg. Arm comes up. One more twist with the leg crossed. Rotate. And release. Nice job. So we kind of did the spine, we did the hips, we did the hamstring. So we kind of worked top to bottom. We're going to go into some sideward motion. So I want you to step your foot towards the side again, bringing your tailbone towards the edge of your chair. So I'm going to have you dig the back toe in on the ball of the foot. Knee goes straight down for your hip, maybe a little farther back. Use your chair, hold on to your chair, and just tuck the pelvis so you're going to feel an opening through your hip flexor, and square your body to the side wall. So stay here if that works for you. If you want to go a little deeper into the stretch, take your front arm and lift up. And if you want, take your gaze towards the ceiling. Again, I know I've said it a couple times, but a chair allows us to hold our balance, where in class this might be hard to hold for a long period of time. This really allows us to focus on opening up through the hips and down even into the quad. And release your hand back down towards the floor. And I'm going to have you extend your foot, and just like you do in yoga class, bring your hand towards the inner arch of the front foot and think triangle pose. And if you want, bring the bicep towards the ear, getting a little bit more of a stretch through the side body. Back leg is long. Relax the upper body. Press the knee towards the back of the room. So you're going to feel an opening through your inner thigh. Nice job. Spiral the arm back. Reach for the back leg. Take the front arm up. Or the back arm up. Front arm reaches down towards the heel, lifting the low ribs towards the hip, or away from the hips. Stumbling a little on my words today. And then bringing the arm back down towards the knee one more time. Arm up overhead, giving yourself a little support with the back arm. And release. Nice job. Let's switch to the other side. So start with that hip flexor stretch, digging the back toe in. Knee goes down or just slightly back from the hip. Hold on to your chair. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Tuck the pelvis. Option 1, just stay there. Option 2, front arm comes up and look up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are level. A little bit of a back bend if that feels good for your back. If it doesn't, just straighten up or place your hand back down. And then release your arm. Straighten out the back leg. Reach for the inner arch. Arm comes up. So stop here first. See how that feels for you. Draw your navel in, and then arm releases towards your head. Ooh. Take a breath, spiral your arms back. Take the back arm up, reach towards the ceiling. Ribs away from hips. Long back arm. And bring your arm back down to your thigh. Front arm goes up and over one more time, long side body. And then spiral your arm back down. Nice job. So I'm gonna have you just shake your legs out just a little bit. So with your feet maybe a little bit wider than hip distance apart, I want you to take your arm to the inner thigh and one more twist. This is more leverage using the lower body. Spread your fingers, create a little bit of energy flow from the bottom hand to the top hand. Pressing your bottom shoulder down towards the floor. You're gonna feel a stretch across the back. And then bring your arm down, reverse sides. Palm is facing the side wall, shoulder slides down. Grounding the bottom hand in towards your knee so you can twist. And then release. Nice job. Quick little flow. Take it to the side and release. Nice tall spine. 2 more and then we're going to kind of stand up. We're almost there, guys. Beautiful. So just be careful. You've been seated for a while. Nice and softly come to your feet. And I'm going to have you just stand next to your chair. Turn your chair sideways. And holding onto the chair, you can do this with or without the chair. Just a regular quad stretch. Bringing your knees together, tucking the pelvis under. And setting the toe down, just like we did seated, cross over, holding onto the chair again, a little deeper with your range of motion. And then come on up. Good, so I'm gonna have you turn towards your chair before we do the other side. Hold onto your chair, walk your feet back, and this is a stretch for your shoulders. You're gonna press your chest towards the floor and open. So I'm going to move the chair just forward a little bit so you can see my legs are a little wider than my hips. My palms are facing the floor and I'm dropping my heart down. My spine is long. So toes track forward. This is a whole stretch through the back side of the body. So hamstrings. Lift your hips up but press them back. Create a little length in your spine. And just stay here for a couple nice deep breaths. If this feels uncomfortable, back off. Just lift your head a little bit higher. One more cycle of breath. And then slowly lift your head and shoulders. Bring your back foot forward. So your feet aren't directly forward and back, so there's a little bit of distance between the front foot and the back foot. They're just kind of staggered a little bit. So bring your head towards the chair. Allow your upper body to be supported by the chair, but you're focusing on the front leg and the hamstring. And take a breath in, lifting your heart, press back into the back heel and the calf, stretching through back of the leg. And then come on up, let's switch sides. So stagger your feet and bend your elbows, working on the front hamstring. Check in with your hips, are they level? Is your back flat? Move a little bit closer forward so you can see. There we go. So you should feel that stretch through the front leg. It's a good stretch for your runner. And then lifting the head and shoulders, walk the back foot back, calf, hamstring, or calf, Achilles. job. I'm just going to switch the chair to the other side. We've got the quad on the other side. Bring your knees together. Square your body towards your screen. Hips are square. Tuck the pelvis under. Feel that nice stretch. And then go ahead and release the foot. Cross it over. Push back into the hips. Come on up, one more quick stretch. So using the chair, take your toe and you're gonna kind of press your toe into the chair so you're getting a good flex through the foot. This is gonna stretch your Achilles, your soleus. Your knee is bent and you'll feel it kind of right up through here, especially if you've been doing a lot of cycling, a lot of spinning. And switch. Chair's kind of scooting a little bit. And release. Good job. Bring your chair back to center. Let's just finish up with some upper body. So have a seat, take one arm across, watch the joint, press the shoulder down. And then bring your arm towards the screen and lift up and back, reaching in between your shoulder blades. Tuck your chin. Try not to let your chin come forward. Big breath in, big breath out, big breath out. And let it go. Other side. Shoulder down and lift up and back. So we're about done, everybody. So if you've enjoyed this stretch and you've watched it, leave us a comment. We're tracking how many people are watching our Facebook Live classes and what formats our members really enjoy. So leave me a comment, or if there's something else you'd like to see, take your hands behind your back, roll your shoulders. You can hold on to the chair, drop your shoulders down your back. We're happy to add it to the lineup. I think we've covered a lot of variety of classes, both in the branch and virtually. And so if there's something that we're missing, let me know. Good, release your hands, take a breath in, and exhale, float. Again, deep breath in, and exhale, float. And we have one more, breath in, and exhale, float. Nice job, everybody. I hope you had a good stretch, and leave me a comment or any suggestions. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.